Hey again, Taisha, let's rationalize this denominator. So what we have to do here is we have the square root of 17, which is an irrational number. It's a decimal that goes forever, and it's in the denominator, which means this is a fraction where the whole part of the fraction is a decimal that goes forever. We don't want to do any of that, so we're going to write this in a better way. I'm going to copy down the problem, root 17 minus 4. And then what we're going to do, the first step is always to multiply this whole thing by the complex conjugate. The complex conjugate is whatever is in the denominator here with a different sign. So here we're given root 17 minus 4. I'm going to multiply this whole thing by root 17 plus 4. And I'm going to do the same thing up here. Okay, so two ideas going on. Number one, this is the conjugate. It has a different sign, but still the same basic numbers on the left and right. And this whole thing in red here equals 1. Anything divided by itself equals 1. So we're not changing the amount of this in any way. We're just changing kind of how we're going to express the answer. Up top, I have a number multiplied by a binomial, so I'm going to distribute. Now here, this is 11 times root 17, and that works out to be 11 root 17. Okay, this 11 is not under a square root symbol, so it doesn't interact with this at all. We just assume that there's a 1 out here in front, and that's what we multiply there. 11 times 4 gives us plus 44. That's going to be our second answer up top. Downstairs now, you know by now, we're foiling this essentially. We have the first two numbers, so root 17 times root 17, well that's just 17. Because again, if we're going to get some crazy square number there, but then we just take the square root of it and we get 17. We're going to have our outside and our inside terms cancel because we have a different sign here, so we don't even really have to worry about them, even though that would be 4 root 17 and then minus 4 root 17. It would all cancel. And then we're just going to worry about our last term here, which is going to be minus 16. Right? Plus 4 times negative 4 minus 16. That's pretty well it. We can evaluate this one step further. Our denominator now is going to work out to be 1. We know that. 17 take away 16 is 1. And when we have a fraction over 1, it's just essentially the numerator, right? That's it. So there's nothing really else to do here. There's nothing else to factor on this one. That's just going to be our answer right there. 11 root 17 plus 44. So I hope that helps. Let me know if it doesn't. Thanks.